Oh, he was on the news.
I'm live. I'm gonna write in the other one. I don't know. I look like such an idiot because I don't know why I couldn't join that one though. Doesn't make any sense to me. I'll send the stream the link out though.
Yeah, put it in the group chat. I don't see it live on here though.
Hold on. Hi guys. Sorry, I don't know. Like I'm really bad at like going live apparently. Like I just don't understand. Like I made a scheduled one and then I couldn't get into it. I guess maybe because I made it on my phone and then I went to go on off my laptop. Maybe that probably had something to do with it. Hi guys. So today I have actually I'll let everyone just rejoin really quick. I'll give it a second before I start talking and I want to turn off all my notification sounds too. Thank you for coming and joining and stuff like that. Hi guys. Yes, sorry. I know there was other people on the scheduled one, but I couldn't get into it for some reason. I'm just not that savvy when it comes to going live on here. I never even really did that before, and I feel like clearly shows. Hold up 1 second. Hi. You heard the Naruto? That's a little embarrassing. Shows my weeb side a little bit. All right. I think I could start now. So, obviously, there's been so much that's gone on in just like a week's time, a little bit over a week's time. And the last time that I got on here, I had a man with me named Mr. Gray that gave a lot of information and said a lot that was going to happen and go on. So today I was contacted by Nathan's local authorities. So that's like the biggest thing I want to talk about. But before I get into that, I really want to make an announcement about something that's come to my attention. And I don't feel like I've addressed this enough. Um, this is extremely serious to me. So a lot of minors have been trying to help this entire case by going on to the website, which is now Rapey.CC, because they changed domains again. And although I find it extremely admirable that these young girls would love to help and love to, support the cause and bring awareness and whatnot, baiting Nathan is not okay. I can't support you guys going on this website if you're underage. I really don't support anyone going on it at all. I feel that at this time, it's under investigation and we can stop visiting the site. I feel the more that we go on there and we make memberships and all this stuff of that website, that we're actually doing more harm than good. Although it's for information and stuff like that, I just really strongly suggest that people stay off the site now. It's in the authorities' hands. We got to the point where we wanted to be. I told all of the minors that stepped forward to me to let me be their voice. Obviously, the authorities know who I am. They know everything that I'm doing about the case. They know that I'm looking for evidence and stuff. But for any person under 18 going onto this website and posing to be someone that is interested in Nathan Larson, this is extremely harmful, because once it gets investigated, we're going to see people that were just baiting and this and that and so many fake users. It's going to be hard to sort out the actual victims of the situation. And I don't want that to mess up anything that's going on right now. So I appreciate all the help and all the information that, you guys have tried to gather. And I'm extremely thankful for that. And I'm thankful that you want to bring such light to such a horrible topic. I really am. But I feel it's extremely dangerous. I almost feel like it's my fault a little bit, because maybe I should have limited this content not for children. But I wasn't thinking of things like that at that time. I was just trying to spread awareness about it. And I really don't want anyone to go on that website anymore, especially minors. I think it's extremely dangerous. Sorry, I'm just reading some comments. Thank you. Thank you, guys. It's important that we're all aware. I definitely agree with that. Even children, I do believe that kids should realistically know what goes on and stuff like that. Sorry, I just need to fix the way that I'm sitting. I do agree with that kids should know what goes on and the dangers of the internet and stuff, but exploring such a website is traumatic. Even if they're not an actual victim, they're putting themselves in a bad situation and viewing a lot of things that you okay. Sorry, I'm reading the chat, and I just want everyone to focus on what I'm talking about. I'm sorry that people are saying stuff in the chat. Yes, he will definitely rot in hell for sure. So anyway, yeah, I just don't think it's necessary that kids should be on this website. Even if they're trying to spread awareness, it's extremely dangerous. Those are dangerous people. Nathan is a predator, and it just really will mess up our case. So with that being said, Nathan's local authorities have contacted me today, and they asked me to send over all proof that I have and screenshots and everything that I've collected this entire time, which I was more than happy to do. And I have also been notified that he is under heavy investigation. So we finally are in that place where we really wanted to be, where we spread this awareness, we brought it to light, and there is actually going to be, he's going to obviously pay for what he did, as he should. As for everything Mr. Gray said last week, I do want to let you guys know that we have an entire dump file of the entire website, like he promised. It's just, as of right now, the authorities advised us not to release that, as it may mess up the case and stuff like that, and we don't want to get involved. We have to follow what the authorities say, because the entire point of this was to bring it to the FBI. Homeland Security is also involved, and it really seems like there's something going to be done about this finally. It definitely did. I agree with this comment right here. It took us way too long for people to take this guy seriously. I 100% agree with you. I think that this whole case, although it showed me like such a positive light on how many people really do genuinely care, like think about it. There was like over 100,000 signatures and people were sharing it and contacting me with more information and really trying to help. And I'm so grateful for that. But in like in the aspect of the justice like system and how they handled it and how they even handled the Sophie situation, I just really can't believe how these people are not quickly like arrested and like quickly taken off the internet, quickly have children removed from them forever. Like they shouldn't have access to children at all on the internet, in person. Predators are predators and should be handled immediately. I feel like that's the most important thing, is to keep children safe. Children are the most innocent things. They're easily manipulated and they're easily exploited. And because they are children, I feel like we are the ones that's supposed to protect them. They can't just protect themselves. And I feel like our justice system really fails us with that, because we can say, look, this man is literally actively trying to find a young girl to run away with him, and you're not doing anything about it. The website is still up as we speak right now, and he's not behind bars when, in my opinion, he should have been back in 2018 when it came to light, and he outwardly told all the media, like, I'm a pedophile. And when asked if it's a fantasy or like, legitimate, like, he did say a bit of both. So what is that? Why was he not arrested immediately? I do agree that police, like, investigation does definitely take time. That's what I kept trying to explain to everyone, because everyone, I had a little dispute with someone today that said, like, nothing's being done, nothing's being. Sophie was a little girl that I don't want to get into all of that on here. Very, very disturbing, but definitely needs to be brought to awareness too. You should look it up. You should really look it up. I was actually crying last night watching that video. My heart really goes out to that little girl, and I wish that there was something I could personally do to save her and save all the girls on this website and all of these problems, that we have. Yeah, you can't be arrested. So this is the problem. Is he was going a lot off of freedom of speech. So if you guys don't know, I posted that Nathan had agreed to debate me. So I took it upon myself, because I didn't really see much happening as quickly as I wanted it to. So I took it upon myself to message him. I emailed him, and I do not advise anyone else doing this, by the way. Like, this isn't a joke. He is not someone that you want to interact with. The reason I did it is because I'm protected, because the FBI is aware of what I'm doing, and they are aware of the entire case and campaign and everything like that. I really do not suggest interacting with him, even if it's debate him. I cannot express that enough. Please stay off the site, and please stop engaging with this man, because he literally gets off to it, unfortunately. So I asked him to have a debate with me, and he surprisingly said yes. And I couldn't believe it. He said he was a little bit hesitant because of the legality of it. And I said, well, obviously, like, I don't even know why he would tell me that, because like, you're openly admitting that, like, you have like extremely questionable things on your website. What will happen to the kids on the site? So what's going to happen with the kids on the site is, hopefully we get all the information of all the users. It's just, the problem now is that there's so many underage kids on there trying to bait, that it's going to be very hard to decipher who was really on there and who wasn't on there, and who was in contact with Mr. Larson and who wasn't. So, I mean, that's why I'm really pushing for everybody to stop going on the website and stop interacting with him. They should be put in psychiatric care, though, in my honest opinion. The parents should be contacted, and they should seek help. Yeah, it's really triggering, and I apologize for, posting such triggering stuff and constantly talking about this. It's really all that, like, my social media has been dedicated to lately. I can't sleep at night knowing that there are kids on there, and this man is actively asking someone to run away with him to live with. He posted a poll, right, saying, would you live with a grown man that lives with his parents? Which, just a little tip for girls at all, you definitely don't want to go run away with a man that lives with his parents ever, let alone a pedophile. But nonetheless, he said that his parents would be extremely welcoming. So they are also under investigation now by Homeland Security, because you have to understand that these crimes are being taken place in their home. And he is outwardly saying that he would like a young, either teen or tween aged girl to come live with him and his parents. No, you can live with your parents and not be a pedo. I'm just making like a joke. Like if a man is asking you to come live at home with like, this man doesn't have a job. He's completely like he just sits behind a computer and is a predator. That's what I mean. His parents are okay with this, obviously. They support him. They let him live there. I think they know what he is. It's not hidden, you know. He's come out on interviews and said this stuff. He told like news, like the media, like everyone. Like there's a whole article about him in 2018. Is there proof of that? Is there proof of what? Just Google his name. Google his name. He also has a blog, which this isn't illegal. You can go look at this. It's nathanlarson.org. And in his first post, I would like to read it to you guys. Wait, let me just read it to you because it just shows how mentally unstable this man is. Like, I seriously believe that he is very, very ill. I don't feel bad for this, and I'm not sympathetic to this at all. I just truly believe that like he is extremely ill, like beyond the point of recovery. He is so delusional to think any of the things that he does is normal or legal. So wait, I just want to show you guys. So the first thing on his blog is a letter to Drake the rapper, like the actual like music star Drake. A letter to him, like, you seriously thought that Drake was going to ever, yeah, his first word was sup, Drake. Like, you're a fucking disgusting pedophile, and I really don't think that Drake is ever in a million years gonna visit your blog. No, like Drake, like Drake. Imagine, yeah, he sent a letter to Secret Service saying that he is going to kill the president as well. Yeah, and exactly, his parents would have kicked him out if they didn't support it. They wouldn't be enabling him. Therefore, they are committing horrendous crimes too. Drake is in Hollywood. Hollywood is pretty weird. Yeah, but like, why on earth did you think anyone that famous would even notice you? Like, at all? Like that he thinks that people are like actively following him and like waiting for his words, and that like he's like this like really respected figure, and he's like really a criminal and like very disturbing man, a very dangerous and disturbing man. Can you guys just tell me what map means? Because I'm really not sure. Can someone explain that to me in the comments? Is that like a term for the pedophile community? Because on Rapey, I've never seen that used before, and I'm just wondering what that means. I've seen other people make videos about it though. Minor attracted person. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't know that. I feel like the. All right, thanks. I didn't ever see that on there. He just blatantly says like things like men stopped allowing people to have sex with 12-year-olds because they couldn't have sex with 12-year-olds, and like just a bunch of other disgusting stuff. Thank you guys. So, as I was saying before, all the files like that we have every like bit of information that we needed. And Mr. Gray, I cannot thank him enough for helping me with this case and really getting all of the information on that side needed, because obviously I can't really do anything like that, and I can't even really decipher what's in those files, but people that can will, and there will be something done about it now. And it's extremely important. I cannot express this enough, that kids, please stay off that site. I believe everyone should stay off that site. It's making his head explode, like absolutely explode. Aw, hi Jackson. Yeah, it makes my heart really sad too. The site is still online, and the reason why is because they're still investigating it. I don't know what's left to investigate, but you need to understand that things like this really do take some time. And he keeps making new domains, and he keeps trying to revoke all the stuff. Like, he had much worse posts on there. Much worse. That was terrible English of mine. He had absolutely horrendous posts on there, like about things I don't even want to repeat. And he actually took those off. So, I mean, he's still saying disgusting things. The entire premise of the website is very disgusting, disturbing, and extremely triggering. But he did remove things that were incriminating to himself, which is something that he's never done before, because he's so narcissistic and honestly believes that what he was doing was just freedom of speech. There's nothing illegal about having an entire containment gallery of young girls. Like, I'm talking girls as young as 11 years old. And I want to talk about something else that's extremely important. In the Telegram chats, a lot of kids also try to enter that. Please stop doing this, because you're going to see things you shouldn't even be seeing. Saving child pornography to your phone, regardless if it's for evidence or anything like that, is extremely illegal. And it's extremely uncalled for, and it's extremely disturbing. And I'm worried about the mental impact it's going to have on these kids who think that, like, you know, they're doing good. And I appreciate the sincerity of like trying to help a case and a cause, but unfortunately we cannot, you guys cannot do that. Like, that's putting yourself in harm's way, and I'm genuinely worried about your mental health after dealing and seeing all this stuff, you know. Yeah, seeing child pornography desensitizes your brain. Exactly. And it's like I didn't even want to see that. Anytime that I knew it was there and it was sent to me, I could not look at it. I cannot open it. I cannot see that. That's something that's extremely triggering for me. I cannot look at that. I just sent everything to the people that can do something about that, because unfortunately I'm not going to sit there in a group chat. I never entered the Telegram group chat for the same reason. And if I didn't even do that, I don't feel that it's necessary for any children to be doing that. But it was brought to my attention that in that chat, there was an 11-year-old that outwardly said that she wanted to be removed from the chat, and she removed herself multiple times, and Nathan kept putting her back in, which is extremely disturbing and inappropriate and illegal, and he needs to stop harassing this 11-year-old child. Like, it's not even like that you're just soliciting and asking for these things now. You're forcing it upon an 11-year-old to be in your child porn group chat. I think that's extremely disturbing, and I feel like I know that it's under investigation, but I just wish it would just hurry up, because it's like I'm so worried about the safety of these girls on the site, and boys, and just so many minors. And now there's a boy containment gallery. There was one just for girls, which they referred to as femoids, and now there are tons of little boys too. And now I see a lot of people joining and like actively using it. And I'm very confused as to if people are doing it for information or if people are really just joining. But we need to just stop going to the site altogether, because Nathan is excited that it's getting this much attention at the moment. And we cannot allow him to be so narcissistic and think like people are joining my movement and da da da. Like, no, we're not. We can't, and you're going to go to jail. It's mentally scarring. Exactly. He's a narcissist. Actually, in his files, I found something. It was the restraining order from his ex-wife, who unfortunately she committed suicide, she had a restraining order against Nathan, and that was in my video, Nathan Larson needs to go to jail. And in that, she says that he has anti-personality and narcissistic disorder. And the mental health world is something that I'm very familiar with, as that's what my entire channel was dedicated to beforehand. And that's where my career is headed and all that stuff. But I genuinely believe that this is an illness. This is not an excuse at all. He's still a criminal and deserves to go to jail, but he does have a sick mind, and he genuinely is a danger to himself, even because he seems very delusional. The fact that he would even be able to come on a live chat with me and debate and justify pedophilia and all of his illegal actions is very, alarming. And there are a lot of people that don't even know like how delusional they truly are. Obviously they're delusional, but he genuinely doesn't even question for a second that his thoughts are not normal thoughts. And this is extremely dangerous. He's a very dangerous person. He has no empathy, no compassion. He is, a lot of people threw around the word sociopath after Shane's video, which is terrible because it's an actual illness. It's an actual problem. And this man is a sociopath. This is the definition of a sociopath, not Jake Paul. This is a sociopath. He should have never been allowed to leave prison. You're 100% right. After he threatened to kill the president. Yes, they are traumatizing kids and hurting them. And like I said, I made a whole video last night for the girls that have been stepping forward and talking to me about it. And it's I feel so terrible because it's all I can do is reach out and say I'm here and that I understand. But when you are so manipulated, it is extremely hard to unlearn what you think you like. These girls think they like it. If you saw any of the things that I posted, a lot of them genuinely say I would love to be raped. I would love to just run away with a grown man, and I would love for this to happen. And they can't consent, but they are saying I consent, but they still cannot consent. Yes, so they did. I was in contact with Anonymous, and like I said, Mr. Gray does have all of the information needed, but we were advised by the authorities to not release this information at this time, as they are handling it, and he is under major investigation. You can leave. If you encounter anything like this online, you can leave a lot of tips at Cyber Tips, which is directly linked to the FBI. Hold on one second. My dog is barking. Sorry. See, the thing is that he really doesn't censor himself, and he didn't seem like he was aware that he was committing any crimes. But lately, since I've gotten this ball rolling, and when I asked him to, I want to read you guys the emails with Mr. Larson, because I tried to email him again today. I said, if you'd like to come on, you're more than welcome. I know that he has a very big ego, so not participating in this live stream because of legal reasons probably hurt his ego very much so. But I would like to just read you our thread, because I find it really proves what I'm trying to say by the fact that he is very delusional and definitely needs help. So I said, obviously, you know who I am. No need to introduce myself. I'm genuinely curious. If you feel so strongly about this, why don't you come on and debate me face to face? Because he has a lot to say about me on his channel. He says a lot of horrific things about me, and it's been brought to my attention. He even made deep fake porn of me. I don't even know how he did that or why he did that, but I did not ask to see it, and I think that's extremely disturbing. I brought it up to him in the messages as well after he had some concerns about what I said about him. But he He's very scary. So I said, would you care to debate me? Blah, blah, blah. He said, he answered, he said, if I can make the technical arrangements, it might be a possibility. Since I'm not a YouTuber, I'm not necessarily set up with the same equipment for streaming or chatting, but I do have a couple of tablets around here somewhere. So maybe I could use one of those. What platform would this use? Zoom, Team, or what? Who's going to moderate this and decide what the questions are and so on? Are there going to be a list of details? How would it work? Got a list of topics or anything like that? So this man is literally thinking that we're going to have like a civil debate and like we're just going to debate about like why we shouldn't rape children, you know, which is like unbelievable. But the reason that I want to talk to him is I'll get to that in a second, but I just want to finish reading this because a lot of people were like, why would you want to do that? What is this like? What's that worth? What's that going to do? I'm going to explain that in a second. So I said, I definitely have a list of questions and I'll just, I'll set everything up. All you need is a webcam and like a computer to join basically. I don't see how it's that, what's like, technical advances or whatever he said, or technical arrangements. Like it's really not that serious. He said, oh, this is really almost like an interview, except a hostile interviewer. Yeah, I guess modern laptops are equipped with everything needed to do this. I saw the stream on YouTube. It wasn't even signed into YouTube because they banned me a while back. Like he knows, like he's aware that people like ban him. He's banned on YouTube, but he's probably here right now, Yeah, he is way worse than Onision. Onision is not even comparable, honestly. Onision is a terrible guy. He is a piece of shit, and he definitely grooms girls, and I feel so terrible for them, but this is a totally different ballgame. This is a man running basically a cult, even though Onision has really done like some crazy stuff online on forums back in the day and stuff, but this is like, we have the means to really get this man behind bars or in a straitjacket. It's a little bit different. He wants to like actively like rape children as young as like 3 years old. So I think this is like a little different. So I said, yeah, it would be broadcasted to YouTube, explaining to him how a live stream works and whatever. He said, okay, wait. Given the topic is pedophilia, usually people feel entitled to break the usual rules of a debate and make a lot of personal attacks and try to cut off the other party's ability to adequately defend themselves and their stances. And also, your ability to be civil wasn't really on display today when you were calling me ugly. He was worried. I've said so much about this man and why he should go to jail, but you're worried about me calling you ugly? Does that not show like the most, that's the most narcissistic thing I've ever heard in my life. That is literally a sociopath. Like, I'm talking about how you rape babies and like how you like literally want to like find children so that you can like make more children with them and like exploit them and use them, and like you should go to jail for the rest of your life, but you're worried about the fact that I called you ugly? Like, I just don't understand that. Like, I said a lot more. I have a petition with over 100,000 people wanting to put you in jail, but you're upset about the way you look. It's just so silly. So then he said, when you call me ugly and saying I wasn't smart, like you're worried about my ability to like, oh my God, it's just out of control. Don't you guys think? Like, I wasn't even going to share those emails because I was scared that he wouldn't do the debate with me, but he's not doing it now anyway, and he's under investigation. So this problem is almost pretty much done, but I just really wanted to share that with everyone because I found that very, very funny. He said, I'm not really interested in just sitting there being a verbal punching bag for an hour or two. Like, I can't express how stupid this man is, because why on earth would you even do a debate with me? Like, you literally host an entire website that is like so illegal, and you do horrendous things, and you've been to jail before because you're just narcissistic about your crimes. Like, you're not even like in the closet about them. You openly talk about like the most crazy and disturbing things you possibly can. He's like completely obscene. Well, the reason that I wanted to do the debate, so hear me out, guys. the reason I want to do that is because if he comes on, which he then realizes, like, he emailed me back like a day later and said, you know what, I realized maybe I have some things to worry about legally, because maybe, he goes, maybe not you, but I do. Like, he's starting to realize, I guess, that what he's doing is extremely illegal and it will hold up in court if he comes on to a live stream and basically says, like, because what do you guys think the first thing I'm going to debate with him about is, I'm going to be like, Nathan, what goes on in the Telegram? Like, try to justify the Telegram to me. Try to justify the femoid containment gallery and how girls need to send you pictures in order to be confirmed femoids. If you go through that website, anyone that has that little badge, confirmed femoid, had to have sent nude photos to Nathan. So it's like you're literally like asking to be put in jail at that point. But he realized that. I guess like a light bulb went off, trying to show me that he's smart now. I know. I told him to kill himself in his first video, which is something that I would never say. I think that's a horrible thing to say, and I would never say that to anyone. It felt weird even coming off my tongue, and I debated on leaving it out. But I just wanted to express how much I am disgusted with this man. But he wasn't concerned about anything like that. He was concerned with the fact that I called him ugly, which is like very alarming, and that shows how sick that he really is. He does, the sick part though is that he does have justifications as to why he's done what he has, which is sick. I'm very sick. But yet I can't call him ugly, but he can write disgusting things about me and my son. Disgusting things about me and my son. Like, totally uncalled for, because like at that time I didn't even really say anything like about his looks or anything. I just said that you're evil because you are exploiting children. I don't think that it's like very hard to like comprehend. But he said disgusting things about me and my son. Yes, he did post nudes of himself onto the website as well, which unfortunately I had to screenshot that today and send it to the authorities. Very disturbing. Very, very disturbing. How do you openly post your picture to that website linked to this profile that is just constantly engaging with these girls? It's awful. So right now the site is up as, like I said, again, I don't want you guys to go there. I'm just, for information purposes, the site is Rapey.CC, and he actually posted a list of other domains that they're going to go by until they're taken down, I guess, or they change again. All the authorities are involved now, and pretty much we got what we wanted. Like, he's under investigation. No, yeah, there's really no debate. Like, there wouldn't have been, like, I wouldn't have, like, ever sided with him or took understanding to why he does these things. I just want him to come out and say these things with his face on his camera to me. And I would have had the authorities watch as it happened, thinking that maybe we could quickly get the ball rolling, but he caught on to that, surprisingly, because he's stupid. He is stupid. I don't care if you get mad, Nathan. You're dumb. You're dumb. Yeah, his biological daughter. So he does have a daughter. He never will again. Well, he never even did. Especially with the things now that are coming out about him, I don't see how he could ever have custody of a child ever again in his life. He should be a registered sex offender as soon as this is done. Actually, he's just going to be in jail for like the rest of his life. Yes. Oh, so I don't know if you guys ever watched in my Nathan Larson needs to go to jail video. He does have a daughter. He had a daughter with his ex. He had 2 marriages that I'm aware of. The first one, the woman unfortunately killed herself, but she says in his all right, so this is going to be very triggering. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. In her like restraining order against him, she says that he raped her until she got pregnant over and over and over again, and that he couldn't wait for her to have this child so that he could have sex with the child. And this came from her mouth. Like, this was her to the authorities, and nothing was done about it. Like, she said, like, he just wants to have kids so that he could rape them. And, like, she was very scared. Like, you know, she told him that she had a miscarriage. Like, she didn't even want him to know that she actually was having this baby because she was very scared. and then soon later she killed herself, and then Colorado denied him any parental rights to the child. So my heart is like broken for that little girl, but hopefully she is in a happy and healthy home right now. As long as she's not with Nathan, she should be safe. And yeah, no, sociopathy is not hereditary. Why are we talking about autism? I missed something. Can you guys catch me up? Yeah, there is something wrong with his brain. It's like it's evident at this point. That's why I really wanted him to come on here, and I wanted him to speak for himself, because if the second that this man opens his mouth, like, you know that there's something really wrong with him, like very, very wrong with him. In the restraining order, his wife did say he was actually diagnosed with personality disorders as well. I never heard that. Yeah, no. Let's not even get into the whole diagnosing Nathan Larson. He's sick. It's evident that he's sick. Let's just move on with that. He's a narcissist. That is the most important thing, is that he is outwardly narcissistic, and he outwardly is sociopathic because he does not show any remorse or any feelings other than sex. Like, I haven't even seen him post one other thing in regards to anything other than having sex with children. Like, that's just his life. He doesn't have a wife now. He's single. I think I read on the website that he has a girlfriend, but I don't know if that's true. He had 2 wives. Both of them said he was a nut job. So yeah, narcissism and being a sociopath comes in degrees. They're both personality disorders. So that doesn't automatically make you a pedophile at all. It just happens to be also very prominent traits of Nathan Larson. I hope that his girlfriend isn't a kid that he met online either, but I guess we can't tell for sure yet until this investigation is over. Yeah, so there's a lot of talk about serial killers on that website too, and I think that should be looked into 100%. That was one of the first things that I sent to the sheriff over there in Virginia, was that he writes about like how women should just be killed because we want to be put out of our. Oh, it's just he's so confident about the stuff that he says. It's like really disturbing how like he's so narcissistic. Like I know I keep saying, but like he's so proud of it, and he's just so confident everything that he says is true, and that he is so brilliant and smart, and he's this politician. He's not a politician. Like, he really believes in killing females. He really believes that females have no rights, like, at all. He feels his entire political stance is that we should revoke women's rights because a woman isn't valuable in that sense, that we are really more sex objects. And I'm being so serious. Like, this is why I wanted him to come on and explain to you, because when you start reading this, it literally almost, like, I can't even keep a straight, like, thought, like, track, because, like, I can't understand how he thinks this way, because I've never been able to think that way. Yeah, and he wonders why he got no votes. Yeah, he does. So a lot of people now, this is another thing that I want to explain, is people were like, why do you keep sharing this site? Why do you keep sharing it? You're making more people go on it. You're making more kids go on it, which really hurts my feelings, because I know that there have been people that have probably joined this site because of me. It's the internet, and I can't control what every single person does. And I'm very upset about the fact that kids were going on there trying to bait him or discovered this through me. But with that being said, I think it's very it's very important that it came to light. I think it's extremely important that people see what's going on, and once it's investigated and once this man is arrested, it'll be gone. I'm not saying that there won't be others, but I can't control what everyone puts on the internet. But this was literally in front of my face, and this man is just, nothing's being done about it. I just couldn't let it go, and I think it really needed to come to light. All the authorities have been contacted. Like, it's under investigation. Like, I understand that people are voicing their concerns, but I did like the absolute best I could, and like I really genuinely did this because I really care. I genuinely really care. And it took a lot of research, and it took a lot from me. I have a son myself, and I have a life. Obviously, I'm in school. Like, I have other responsibilities, and day in and day out, I've been sitting here at my computer doing an immense amount of research about very triggering topics for me too. You know, like it's triggering for me too. I'm not just completely desensitized to these types of things, even though I try to kind of remove myself, aside from last night with the video I made because I was practically crying. I try to remove my emotional self out of that and just go in for the facts. But it's extremely hard when you're a mother yourself and you've been through it, because I myself have been a victim online of very, very bad things. Thank you, guys. Oh, thank you so much. It literally means so much to me. You have no idea, because at first I felt like I really wasn't going to get anywhere. And I don't know. This just really makes me happy. It shows me how many people like genuinely care. And it's not about the likes, it's not about the views, it's not about the content, it's not about the monetization or making this, you know, platform or being this, you know, influencer. It's about genuinely standing up for what's right and like protecting these children. There's nothing else to it. Like, and if I could hopefully help one of these girls, that would make my life. Like, if I could make them, which I have, like I like literally so grateful for, make one of these girls leave this site because of me, then like I did my part. Like, that's literally what I came here to do, is to try to change that and try to make it, the internet, a little bit of a safer place, the world a safer place. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I know. I mean, like, I feel like people just, there's a lot of good influencers that do stuff like this, Pastel Bell and so many other people like really do make a great awareness videos of things like this and really do care. It's just like, I don't know. Sometimes you don't really listen to the smaller accounts and stuff like that. So I didn't think anyone was going to listen to me. Like, I didn't think that anyone was really going to follow for updates or stay involved. I thought it would be one of those things you share on Facebook and then you keep scrolling because there's nothing you could do. But there is something we can do, and I wanted to make that example as well, that there's always something we could do, and together we stand, divided we fall, you know? Thank you, guys. The way that you guys can help now is please stay off the website. Please stay off the website. If you have an account on there, don't sign in again. Don't go on it. Don't look at it. It's okay now. Like, everything that's needed was sent to the FBI, sent to the authorities. I am regularly going to be checking it and monitoring it only because I am doing it for the authorities and they are aware that I'm sending them information. I don't suggest anyone else does this. The Staten Island accent. Is it really that? Is it that bad? So many people say that all the time. Mr. Gray had updated me, And I said this in the beginning. I don't know if you guys are here. I'll repeat it again. The dump files, everything like that will be released. We have all the information about all the members and all the activity on the site. To like people like us that have no idea what that kind of stuff is, we're not going to even be able to really like understand it. But for people who can actually do something, that's for them. And the authorities have been fully contacted. Thank you to Mr. Gray. He definitely helped me out a lot with getting their attention. And they contacted me today, actually. Talk. Does that sound weird? Talk. Why? How was she supposed to say it? Yeah, I could send. I made this Discord server, and I made it for these girls that were on this site in hopes. Well, it's really for anyone. It was for updates and information too, but I also made it so that hopefully, when you're a victim of sexual abuse, any kind of abuse, and you're going through like a hard time like that as a kid. A lot of kids come to the internet. I was one of those kids. I was on Tumblr since I was like 11 years old. And when you find a community of people, whether they're bad or good, you feel a part of something. You know what I mean? Like these girls, like that, especially that girl that went under the name Underage Slut, she really felt like this was like her community. Like she felt she had a family almost. And I want to give that to them if they want, but in a really safe environment. So I made this group chat. I put moderators in it, and I am actively checking it and making sure that anyone who's over 18, it's noted that they're over 18, and anyone who's under 18, it's noted that they're under 18. And we talk about mental health advice and stuff like that and things like that. But just, if they could feel a part of something else, they could be part of that community. They could talk to me. They could come to me. There's so many people that genuinely care, and it's a better community than being a part of that. So I'm trying to just push that. I made a Discord server. I just really want to make like a healthy environment for them if they still feel like they need support. And I'm not saying to come on and talk about triggering things. We could talk about anything. You want to talk about anime? You want to ask for advice? You want to tell me how your day was? I don't care. Just talk to me instead of talking to that piece of shit. Don't go run to him. He doesn't care about you. I care about you. Like, I genuinely do. We have movie nights. I have Twitter. Yes, I do. Everything is just my name, Bella Damasi. See, the thing is with Cherry, okay, so this is very important. She admitted to watching child porn, but she's a minor. She is a minor. All right, so there's a very big mental health aspect here that I keep talking about, and it's like she was brainwashed, she was manipulated, and she's a minor. She was on this man kept her there. She actually refers to her, like, she refers to, I don't want to be, like, insensitive about this. She was unfortunately raped by her biological father. And Nathan actively talks about how that intrigues him. And he makes her talk about it, but she actually refers to it as her trauma. And it's like, clearly this girl is not well. And I really feel bad for her. And yeah, she watched child porn, but she's in a community with a man hosting it that, pushes for it and like wants her to think that way. And like, she was probably so lonely and so hurt. Like, and she thinks she deserves this and this should be her lifestyle. And like, she's definitely going to be in trouble. I'm not going to lie about that. She might, have to be told like, you can't do this and act that way. But if anything, she's going to be in psychiatric care where she should be. It's okay not to be okay. But these things it's not okay. I wish her pain could be taken away too. Like, even though she's committing a crime, she's a child. She's a kid, 16, like 16 years old. And you've already seen all the horrible things like that the world has. Like, these kids are so like, they're so like, I just really can't. It really upsets me so much because children are supposed to be innocent. And like, even at 16, it's okay to explore your sexuality. Like, of course you're gonna like, you're not gonna be a virgin forever. You know what I mean? Like, you have hormones, you're a girl, like it's okay to feel that way, but you can't you can't interact with people like Nathan Larson because they'll take advantage of that. And you're still young, and no one deserves that. 16 is underage. Yes, a kid. Yes, she's a kid. Is 18. Nathan locked up for so long. He doesn't even. Yeah, I agree. She really doesn't know what it's like to actually have a guy probably love her the right way. Yeah, and yeah, in my entire life, I had encounters with creeps online, and I didn't realize it then because I was so lonely, I was so bored, I was so naive. I would go on Omegle all the time. That's a cesspool. That's an actual cesspool. Like, they don't care if you're like 4 on there. They're like, it's a terrible website as well, in my opinion. $20 is still a child. 20, you're not so much of a child anymore. I would say under 18 when you're a minor. I guess everyone does progress differently, though. I was a mom at 17, so I really was forced to grow up very quickly. If I had the capability to still be a kid at that time, I definitely probably would have, but life, really blew up in my face, and I had no choice but to really grow up very quickly. I'm only 21 right now. It's just, I feel like my life was so sped up, and I feel like these kids are going to unfortunately go through the same thing when you're so exposed to such horrendous things in this world at such a young age. You really it forces you to grow up really fast. But I told these girls, I said, you need to learn from this, you need to grow from this, you need to be smarter, you need to be the change that you want to see. What's going on? You were a dad at 18. Very commendable. I don't support teen pregnancy, though, just saying. Wait if you can. If it happens, and then you grow from it and you learn from it, but don't go get pregnant at 18, 17. Legally and developmentally, under 18 is a child, yes. Let me see. Yeah, no, I know. He's terrible. Sorry, my friend was actually showing me some of the comments that you guys were saying that I missed. I heard Chris Hansen got canceled. I don't know anything about that. I stopped reaching out to people like that, other than the people that were really responsive to me and the people that genuinely looked like they cared. I stopped reaching out to people because I felt like I didn't want this to get authorities and spread awareness and get it taken down. Nathan is not in jail yet, no. Belle can be the new Chris Hansen. Cancel culture is dumb. It's funny how cancel culture is so prominent, but yet when there's stuff like this, it's not no one's talking about it, right? It's only yeah. Belle is awesome. Pastel. Wait, isn't her name Belle? Wait, what is it? Pastel Belle. That's her last name though. Paddle. Yeah, Pastel Belle. She's awesome. She really is. Her videos are awesome. She does great work. Her whole thing with the Davi Vanity case, amazing. I can't commend her enough. Yeah, cancel culture is extremely selective, and it's only when it's in certain people's favor. I think YouTube has really lost its way from what it used to be and what it should be, and it's terrible. Just another way for people to get clout and be famous and cancel this one and cancel that one, and this one's not good anymore because of this, and this one's not good anymore because of that, and then just a vicious cycle. Ready to Glare is amazing as well, and she is a sweetheart. She genuinely cares. There are people who genuinely care, but there are people who genuinely do not. There are people who would really exploit this for views. So someone just said that Nathan is extremely intelligent, and I would like to ask that person. Okay, game dev cell. Okay, that person. You think Nathan is extremely intelligent? Please tell me how this man is extremely intelligent and has more. Yes. Yes. Tell me how he's extremely intelligent. Would you like to come on and stream with me and tell me how he's extremely intelligent? How is he extremely intelligent? He almost agreed to do a live stream where he's saying things that literally could put him in jail, and then realized that, told me that, and then didn't come. How is he extremely intelligent? And I'm sorry that I'm getting all crazy, but like I don't understand how you call me in the stream. No, actually, I don't think I should, honestly, because you're clearly delusional too. How is he intelligent though? He's actually not intelligent at all. He's not intelligent. If you are mentally unstable, okay, that's not even true. Let me rephrase. Yes, he's mentally unstable. And actually there are mentally unstable people who are actually very intelligent. He is not one of them because he is so delusional. You cannot be so smart if you don't even understand reality anymore. Like I don't understand. He's disturbed and delusional. Like delusional, once you're at the point of delusion, they are a fucking genius work. Who sends a letter to Secret Service and says, I'm going to kill the president? And then you're saying he's smart? If he was so smart about stuff like that, why the hell did he get himself arrested? Come on. Come on. You really think he's smart? Come on. Ban him? How do I ban him? Because Nathan is insane. Okay, wait. So you're saying because he's insane that he's smart? He's not intelligent though. Like he's not. Like he comes off, he's like fake intelligent. Like he has all this like all these blog posts where he sounds like he's so smart because he's saying a bunch of fancy words in a fancy way, but like if you actually like dissect them, they make absolutely no sense at all, because I sat there and I take the time to read, and I try to not put myself in his shoes at all, but like I really tried to see why or how, as someone who's going into the mental health field, like I'm in school to be a nurse right now, and I want to be an NP of in like psychiatry, and I want to deal with a lot of people that have a lot of different illnesses that, like, yeah, they might, it's not about being a bad or good person, it's about the illness and it's about the way that they think and stuff like that. So I try to look at things from, I'm very disappointed in him. I keep calling him this narcissist, but yet where is he, you know? Well, there's another one on the site. I don't know if you guys watch my video, but there's this guy Max that's always writing on my stuff, like telling me that I'm this and I'm that, and like I'm supporting feminism and all this stuff. How do you use the same username as you use on the site in which you're an admin for something that's under investigation by the FBI, and then come on my video and like try to attack me? Like you're actually like they're all psychotic, honestly. Am I still frozen? I'm back. And at this point, Nathan should just turn himself in, honestly. You're right. He won't do that, though. He's not going to do that. They're going to have to literally take him out on like a, I don't know what he's going to do, honestly. I want to just see his face, like, and this, when this all started, it's so funny because he was the one to actually post my video on the site when I posted my first video and said, internet roasty, da da da, like, didn't think anything was going to happen of it, but here we are. I want to see him get arrested, too. Where's your mod? Thank you. Wait, I was supposed to assign a mod? Sorry. All right, can I just, like, I don't understand. Oh, I have to mod someone. Listen, guys, you're gonna have to bear with me. I'm not used to streaming and stuff, so you're gonna have to teach me as we go along. Just like I had 14-year-olds explaining to me how to use Discord. This is very embarrassing. I was like, okay, what's a channel? What's a mod? What's a role? All right, someone over 18, can you please be a mod? Say I if you want a mod, please. All right. Your stream is as low quality as your face. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, I added a mod. Thank you guys, though. I do have a Discord server, guys, just so you know. I did make that. All right, can someone kick him out? Because this is just people from the site, and I'm just gonna... I just don't understand, like, how you could still stand behind someone that's done horrific things. I'm very happy that the girls are coming forth and really seeing that this is not normal. I feel like I can't ask for anything more than for these girls for them to be the ones to realize that this is extremely inappropriate and that they deserve better. I could care less if I turn any pedophiles away because they need help all the same. Yeah, and it does take time to just make profiles to come in here and try to defend their leader. Like, it's like a cult. It's an actual cult. So I'm gonna be releasing all like the entire dump from the website for a lot of different people, anyone part of Anonymous and stuff like that. And it's gonna be posted to a lot of places where people that actually can utilize it will see it. So we're gonna really see something happening now. And not to mention that the FBI and stuff is involved. I think it's like amazing. The Discord link? Okay. Hold on. I have to get it. How do you... I'm like not as tech savvy as I really thought I was. All right, I have it. It expires in a day though, because I don't want to keep giving out the same thing. And you need to write good reason why you want to be there. And this is just a security thing that I put in place so that I make sure that Nathan is not in my server and that these, because there are underage girls, and I also need your age when you do this. So like when you come in, say how old you are so that I can either mark you as I can mark that you are over or under 18. So wait, so what do you mean? Do you think I could think pedophiles could change? And yes, he did run for Congress. He got less than 2% of the vote, which, shocker. Why are you banned? Banned from what? So as for the pedophiles changing thing, it's an illness like anything else. And like I said, how I'm going into like mental health field and how I'll have to view it as that. Like I can't just, if people commit a crime, then they are a criminal. But until they commit an actual crime, then they are sick. And that's the logistics of it. If someone is actively and openly a pedophile, and they are like soliciting nudes from minors and things like that, then like, I don't think that's changeable at that point unless you admit that what you're doing is wrong and you go to get help. Not saying that you should ever be allowed to be around children, as it's like an alcoholic being around alcohol. I guess it's triggering, and there will be that like temptation there. But as for like, can they get help? I'm sure that people have had temptations or disturbing thoughts or intrusive thoughts rather, where they've needed to address that in therapy. And I'm sure that I actually know of people in the past that have actually gotten help and never touched a child or interacted with a child a day in their life. I hope they don't get into, well, listen, I'm heavily like talking to everyone that's in that Discord all the time. So I can pretty much tell when someone is like lying. It's going to be very hard to do that. I don't need proof to join the Discord. I want why you want to be there. Like a decent reason as to why you want to be there. And your age, if you're over or under 18. You weren't banned. Why were you banned? I didn't ban anybody. I don't even know how to, I don't even know. I didn't even know how to do that until like yesterday. I only have like 30 people in there right now, maybe a couple more than that now. When people have creepy or inappropriate encounters online, I think it's very important that if there is some sort of soliciting for pictures and stuff like that, that you tell your parents, and your parents contact authorities immediately, especially your local authorities. Oh yeah, it's a mandatory 10-minute wait as well, because I feel like they have to actually wait. It's just security measures that I took because I knew that they would try to get in there. Yeah, most of them don't want to change. You're 100% right. Most pedophiles do not want to change because they are they're acting on those intrusive thoughts instead of going to therapy the way they should. I know nothing about this, Cord. You're not alone. Well, see, don't be terrified. Not all men are this way. Trust me. Not all people are like that. I had a security guard at my job that flirted with little girls. That's terrible. So when I want to go on live, I have a question. Now that you guys are here and a lot of you know better than me, when I want to go live, should I do it on here or should I like do it somewhere else? Like, do people even go live on YouTube like this? Or do people use like Twitch or something like that? I have a Twitch too. Twitch? Is it like better? I feel like now we're just talking and stuff and like I'm going to just leave this on my channel. Patreon? Did I even say that right? Yeah, and you're right. Young girls shouldn't even be getting to know that. People use Twitch more. I go live on Discord. On here. Please use YouTube, Twitch. The way YouTube sets it up is like stupid though. You can't even like have anyone come on with you, which is so weird. The way that I had to do it with Mr. Gray was very interesting to me. I had to go through like a third thing and then like stream it to my YouTube, but like I was using an entire other thing. But whatever's easier for you guys. If you want, I'll just stay here. YouTube has words that you can't talk about too. I thought that I was going to get banned for even trying to talk about it, but I guess because I'm not monetized, it doesn't matter. So they don't really care. If I'm not making money off of it, they don't really care much. Yes, I had to use StreamYards. Twitch will ban me, really? So I'd have to like censor that, like, and say like, see, that's another thing that annoys me. I wanted to talk about this last night. Okay. I understand that a lot of stuff is triggering, but like certain things need to be said. Like, why do I have to like he wants to R word her? Like, why do I need to say that? No, this man said he was going to rape this person. Like, why do I need to censor that? Like, if it's for awareness, if it's for a good cause, if it's to show people like dangers on the internet, why do I need to do that? And don't you think it's a little odd how like I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to sound like I'm making a conspiracy theory. I just think it's very weird how like they censor things that or even like you're talking like it's context. You know what I mean? I'm not coming out here and saying I want to do those things ever. Like I'm saying that other people do these things and we need to be aware of it. YouTube has really changed though. Thank you. Yeah, they changed a lot over time. Yeah, that's extremely disgusting that you got asked out by a 50-year-old man when you were 15. There are a lot of predators out there in real life too. I actually had so many experiences with them, so I know. That's why I feel so passionately about this because it's awful. I'm so sorry for that. And for anyone that's ever had to go through that, that's like really terrible. And there are people that really care, and going to therapy to talk about those things really does help, like a lot. And most men that are that way don't even see it as a problem at all, which is disturbing as well. I've known like little to no cases about people that like actually like catch themselves and get help. Like I said, there was like one case that I've seen that person had intrusive thoughts of doing things of that nature, and he actually went and got help about it and lives a normal, healthy lifestyle. Yeah, people came at me in my DMs a lot about what I was talking about and what I was saying. Actually, so I had a class for school, and so they were doing like checks for social media because it's like a career development class, and they were like letting us know that like jobs search your name, and like a lot of nurses won't get jobs because of like the stuff that they put on the internet, and no one else volunteered, so I volunteered, and I was like, oh, you could search my name. And my name actually isn't Belle. It's not my full name. So when they searched it, I didn't think it was going to come up. But then she was like, in front of my entire class, she was like, what's Rapey.co? And I was like, oh, that's this whole thing. And she was like, oh, yeah, I would take that down. And it's like, no, I can't. She's like, well, that's good because it's for awareness or whatever, but like everything else you have to keep private and stuff like that. And it's like, why? Like, what does that have to do with anything? You know? Bye. Thank you for coming. And thanks for your support. I hope you have a good night, day, whatever time it is where you are. There's definitely not a cure. There's not any cure that will make you stop being attracted to children if you're attracted to children. But it's like, is there a genuine cure for any mental illness? No. You just learn how to cope with it and live with it and how to make yourself act as normal and live such a healthy lifestyle as much as you can. And that's what I've learned with mental illness because I have a lot of experience in that field as well. No one could type in the server? Why? I'll check it out in a second. I'll look at it. if it's not about the patients, it could possibly violate laws. Yeah, I know, but you'd be surprised, especially where I live. They do check a lot. Yeah, and I agree with that. We have to stop sweeping stuff like that this under the rug. That's why I've been going so crazy about posting every day and building up like this following for the case specifically, because stuff like this is talked about for 5 seconds, um, and then moved on with. Like, like if I was, everyone else that it's like people will just be like, all right, well, he's not going to jail. Just, all right, well, this is out there and move on. Like, no, I'm legitimately not going to stop until this man is in jail. I said that from day one. I said, I'm not going to stop. I'm not scared of him. And I truly believe that we can together really put this man behind bars. The FBI is investigating this. For anyone that joined, I said this a couple times throughout the chat, but I know that I've been talking so much, I've been rambling and just answering the chat so much. But yeah, they are involved. Homeland Security is involved, and his local sheriff contacted me. They called me today, and I was so excited. I literally probably sounded so excited to this man, because I probably sounded so weird, and I was like, yes, thank you so much, and I just started rambling on and on and on about how like terrible things that he's done. And then he emailed me, and I sent him everything that I got. I saved it all in a file, and I told him a lot of disgusting, disturbing stuff as well, about that goes on in the telegrams. Because the telegrams is where a lot of stuff went down. Because once he knew that he was out in the open about this, he kind of stopped like saying certain things. He started saying no child porn and no this, no that, and making it like there was never child porn in there, even though there was and there still is. I don't know how he doesn't view an 11-year-old's picture that they posted themselves as child porn. That's 100% child porn. He thinks that that's just a selfie from a girl. Yeah, I know there's no one on to verify you guys. You want me to do it now? Or do you want me to wait? Yes, I heard about Stan with Sophie, and that's something else that, like, I can't believe it's even taking this long to, like, get anywhere with that case. Like, what's more evident than this little girl screaming for help and please don't make me go there? Like, I don't understand. That video really broke my heart. That was extremely hard to watch. Stand with Sophie is so important too. It just goes to show you how like things like this are just so not paid attention the way that they need to be. Even if it's just a selfie, but it was a nude photo of an 11-year-old. Like, and he doesn't think that's child porn. Someone said the two fuckers who dislike the stream are working for Larson. Probably. I wonder if he's even worried, honestly. It's probably not, though. Oh, I see all you guys trying to get in. All right, I'm going to let you guys in a couple minutes, though. I'm going to end this soon. Yeah, he's just out of control. I don't know where they are for these kids. Took a long time to, like, get them. I mean, like I said, it's only been, like, a week and a half, but at the same time, I feel like it's really long with, like, undeniable evidence of someone being a predator online, and there are actual girls on there, actively using it. Yeah, I've seen a lot of disturbing stuff on there that I didn't even want to see, but unfortunately, I tried to stay clear of anything like that. I wouldn't open any links, which I thought was that, but it did pop up in the containment gallery of all the pictures of girls once or twice, and I actually have that girl's account as well. Very disturbing. And it's sad because that girl, she said that she's insecure about her body, and, like, I said that in my video too, is that, like, this is a way of validation for them, a sick way of validation that girls don't understand that this isn't the type of love, and this isn't love. This isn't the attention that you need. That's not what you do to feel beautiful, and you don't need Mr. Nathan Larson to tell you that you're beautiful. You're beautiful no matter what. You don't need to be naked, and you don't need to be on this terrible, awful website. It should be trending, and it should really it should have, like, I'm so thankful for how many people care. There's 150 people in here right now, which is, like, more than even my last live stream and stuff like that. And there's so many people that genuinely really care, but I just feel like things like hashtag whoever is over party goes trending so much quicker than stuff like this. Like, cancel culture's, like, more popular. Toddy Westbrook is more popular. Like, Shane, Toddy, and what the hell, Jeffree Star, that's trending all the time. Like, it's not even important at that point. I mean, if someone's a piece of shit, then they're a piece of shit. Let's move on to things that where we can make a difference and we could save children's lives, right? But I guess that's just me. Like, even when certain people were arguing on my Twitter newsfeed that, like, were aware this was happening, I just politely shared the petition underneath and was like, here's something that, like, we can actually do something about, so why don't we do it? Like, he's too much of a punk-ass bitch to debate me, which I'm surprised at. I'm really shocked. When he said yes, I was like, yes, this is going to be it. But then I told him, like, 30 minutes before this live stream happened, I was actually almost going to wait for him. I said, if you're going to do it, then you should do it. He was telling me we need a moderator. Like, he's such a psychopath. Yeah, no, he never answered me today. He declined. Yeah, Repsilla and Repsion both, they did their part. They made a video and stuff. A lot of people didn't want to get involved, like the way that I've been, for a lot of different reasons, and I totally understand that as well. You know, I understand. It's triggering, especially for people who've been. I understand. It's triggering, especially, but I still feel like it's so important. Someone has to do it, so. The Sloan, could someone elaborate on that? No, I didn't hear about that. Isn't that, I think I've watched his videos before. Isn't that a YouTuber? Sorry. Yeah, his Rapey, and that's another thing. It's like, it's so incriminating because, sorry, I have to change the way I'm sitting now. It's so incriminating because he has, like, this thing on the website that literally shows you when people are active and stuff, and, like, he's always on there. It'll say, like, every single time, a moment ago, viewing this, looking at this. Oh, I didn't see him talk about this. Can you link that for me, please? Or tweet it to me or something? I want to actually, I'm sure I'll find it. I'll just look for it when I'm done with this. Thank you for telling me that. A video that someone was talking about. I think there's fireworks going on outside my house. Well, no. See, Nathan's here right now, 100%. He's always here. But he's just not talking. He's definitely here. Which I'm very disappointed that you wouldn't debate me. I thought that you were more of a, I thought you were more passionate about your views. Yeah, it's like the first smart thing he's done. He wanted to prove to me he was smart. Oh, okay, yeah, no, I'll look at that. Yeah, I didn't accept anyone to the Discord yet. I'm gonna get off in a couple minutes and I'll do that. So thank you guys for coming and for supporting me and wanting to know more information and talking to me about all this. It's crazy. It's really disturbing, and I thank people for, even though it's such a triggering and disturbing topic, for being so willing to talk about it and bring awareness to it and help me put this man in jail. It means a lot. Thank you guys, because seriously, like, without you guys, where would I be? I'd be standing alone. Like I said before, together we stand, divided we fall. It's the only way we'll be able to do anything is when we're, like, united, because unfortunately that's the only way that things are taken serious nowadays, is when it's a major group of people saying, please get this man arrested. You know? So to wrap everything up, I just want to say what we have talked about: minors, people, stay off the site. We've done enough research. We've done our part. It's in the hands of the FBI, Homeland Security, and a bunch of other investigations that are going to go on. I'll definitely have updates on my Instagram, on my Twitter. If you want to join the Discord server, we could talk further. I just want to get off live on here. If you guys want me to go live again and talk about some other stuff that I have, I just don't want to do it on YouTube. I don't know. I need to find a better streaming service where I could talk a little bit more freely and stuff like that. But anyway, and the dump of the entire website and all the files will be released very, very shortly, and that's for people who can actually do something about it. And that's a lot of important information directly from the site about all of the money that was put into the site, about all of the members of the site, very private information, and information that is very necessary to take the site down. And I think it's most important that we know that it's under investigation now, and that we really made a change. We did something. We actually got this done. Like, this is something that's going to be hopefully quickly taken care of, and that's it. So thank you guys very much. I'll share the Discord server one more time. Hold on, let me just open it one more time. It's like very important that we don't do that, because like I said, there have been a lot of girls that went on there and they're underage and they're baiting him, and it's just not a good idea. It's very disturbing, and like, I really just hope that people stay away and don't even give him the attention that he's looking for anymore, because the attention that he's going to get is from the FBI, and he's going to go to jail, and he's going to learn a lot about a lot of the things that he talks about on his website, if you know what I mean. They don't like pedophiles in jail at all. So he has a lot to look forward to. So thank you for watching, guys, and I'll keep you updated, okay? Yeah, no, they definitely don't. Okay, so to verify your age, I'm going to do that for you. Just let me know that if you are over or under 18. And I'm obviously taking your word for this, and I hope that you do not lie about that. Because it's very important, because I have an over 18 chat for things that are like not really safe for work. And I mean, I don't really want that kind of talk in there anyway, but if you're cursing, if you're saying things like, today I had to handle a situation where someone was saying something kind of triggering in front of a girl, and I wanted to just take that into that chat and talk about how there are minors in here and we need to stay respectful. And but there's definitely channels you could use if you're over 18 and you want to just talk about things more freely. Yeah, but I did put 18 and over for some channels. So if you want to do that for like certain information and to talk or whatever, there is a channel for that too. I just really wanted to make a safe place again for these young girls that felt like so at home on this terrible website, and I wanted to show them that there's a better place in a community which can be monitored, and like, you can have that sense of like, you're not alone and you have someone to talk to. You have a place where you belong to, but it does not need to be with Nathan Larson, because he's a fucking piece of shit criminal, pedophile, ugly, since he hates that so much. Yeah, and then you could join once the 10 minutes is over. So PM your age and why you want to be there, and then there will be a bunch of channels that you can join. Yeah, anyone could join. It's like there's obviously younger girls and boys on there because they want to talk to me and they want advice and they are really invested in, the case and like everything that I've done, and a lot of them are survivors themselves. But there's a spot for where adults can speak, and there's a spot where they can just enjoy themselves, and we can even guide them and make sure that they are safe. And they'll say over 18 or under 18, so just be appropriate. He's gonna rant all about this on his website. He's gonna be like, I watched the live and misspelled. He's gonna rant all about this on his website. He's gonna be like, I watched the live and misspelled Amasi's this, and she wants to be this, and never in my life would I ever be anything like you, ever, never in my life. My username is. That's a good question. But yes, he is ugly. Let's all just take a second to say Nathan is ugly. That's it. That's all I want to say in this chat is Nathan is ugly, because it triggers him so badly. The same way that his entire website is triggered and hurt and damaged so many people. Let's tell him that he's ugly so he sees how it feels. Nathan is ugly. Nathan is ugly. Look, I'll show it. Thank you. Nathan is ugly. Hashtag Nathan is ugly. Inside and out, he is a very ugly man. Nathan is ugly. Nathan is ugly. I love it. Look, now he can get mad at all of us. Fugly. Norman. And a disappointment of a man. Yes, I agree. Nathan is ugly. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I hope that you stay following everything on this case, because I'll have more updates about everything. Like I said, the entire site, there's an extraction of information that's going to be sent to the FBI and to a lot of people who could do something with it, and we're really getting somewhere again. And Nathan Larson is ugly. All right. Bye, guys.